Hey everybody, my name's Mike. This is my friend Pete, and you're listening to and maybe watching the Dad and Married podcast.
So welcome to this.
Can I just say, my voice I think sounds phenomenal right now. I don't know if it's where the headphones are sitting or where the microphone is, but just
your tone.
It's like butter.
They're so dulcet.
Isn't it? Thank you. So this is episode, I've been told, 45 of this little venture.
Yep.
And it's actually part 2, our first part 2. It's about the worst parenting chores because part 1
went long.
It went long because there's a lot of terrible parenting chores, which is basically what this entire podcast is about, is how much parenting sucks.
You haven't told everyone that there's going to be part 3, 4, 5.
In fact, if you think about it, every episode of this podcast is just another the worst parenting chore, and just bedtime.
I know. And when you say, have you thought about it? Remember when I said that? When we said worst parenting chores, I was pretty much like, hey, every episode is kind of like a chore.
I do remember you said
and
that.
Then,
remember when you didn't think that we were going to have enough material for 2 episodes? In your fucking face. How about that?
You know
I
what?
win this round.
It is in my fucking face.
Anyway, the Dad and Buried podcast, you may know me from social media. You may not. That's okay. I don't know how you possibly found this podcast if you don't. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, not on TikTok yet. Thinking about it, as I've said before. Thinking about it.
Okay. Well, listen, all you got to do is start dancing to music videos. And
is that really what they do?
That's exactly what they do in a major way. So,
do you enjoy? Is it funny or is it just
no.
earnest?
It's little kids dancing to very explicit lyrics on a social network run by.
Not in my house.
Yeah. You put a lockdown on it.
I'm not. My kids aren't going to be filming themselves dancing to.
I know. Well, your
kids
kids are younger. I have a 12-year-old.
My 9-year-old can twerk his ass off. I'm just joking.
He does?
No.
Is that what happens, Mike? And
his
you're
ass
there,
falls
and
off.
You're there.
I'm clapping him onto it. Why wouldn't I? I mean, my whole thing is filming and exploiting
clumps.
my kids. If he could do that, we would be raking in the fucking big bucks.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
The whole world would know. You know, this wouldn't be a secret. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was joking. Anyway, so the Dad and Barry podcast, we talk shit about parenting. We talk shit on our kids. About our kids.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to put it.
My friend Pete here.
Yeah, I just.
You got anything to say about yourself? Did you come up with a little subtitle for
a
yourself?
little intro.
There was you had a 3-episode run where you're doing little intros.
I was doing little intros, and then I stopped because I just realized that I'm just here because I own the equipment, I guess. So
it's true. It's true. That's why one of the reasons we need more Patreon, so I can get out from under Pete's thumb. All right.
Not going to happen. All right.
So I do want to say we appreciate everybody who's a patron who has supported us with some money.
Do.
You can throw some money at us if you want on Patreon. You can just throw us a rating or a review on Apple or Stitcher.
That would be amazing.
You can comment on individual episodes on YouTube. We do want to take a minute to remind you that it's Christmas season. Might have to do some shopping. We do have a merch shop. Bunch of stuff that says Dad and Buried on it.
Yeah, let's get out there. Let's let the
If you go to my Instagram bio, there's a Linktree link that has all the links to all the places you can go to Patreon and listen to the podcast and watch on YouTube, and also to the merch shop on shop.spreadshirt.com. So check that out. Really, I'm not even joking. I owe Pete a lot of money. It's the only reason he's the co-host. So once we get to even, maybe it'll be a solo show. Mm-hmm. You know, you never know. We do want to thank our Patreon supporters who have been supporting us for a while. On the single dad tier, Chris Coleman, Miriam M.S. Babayan, who asked me where I got those headphones that you're constantly mocking me for, Nate. Check Your Kids at the Door. He has a funny meme page. N. Cedeno 1980 and Mallory McKenzie. The Dad Bod tier, we got Barbara Geiger over there in Germany. Morning_glow. Jacques Govar.
He's also in Germany.
He's in Germany, but he sounds French.
But he's got a French name.
And Andrea Sandoval. Maybe Andrea, but I've seen a lot of 90210, so I say Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
Father Figures tier, Julie McCarthy, my old friend. Sarge, the patron saint of the Patreon and of the podcast. Paul Opolsky, the world's biggest CFL fan, and Jennifer Wynn. The world's greatest dad tier, Mary Williams and Julie Burton, KSU Julie, you may know her as. And my new dad tier, Sarah, Desiree, and Monica. Thank you very much. Again, if you want to be a supporter any way you want, words, wallet, word of mouth, are there anything besides words and wallet? What's another W?
Why are we...
Wishes, if you want to wish upon a star for us.
And why do we keep talking about this?
I don't know. Let's move.
The next section.
What's the next section?
Where we are going to talk about worst
parenting chores. So
Chores 2.
Part 2, The Reckoning. This time it's personal. So this weekend we bought our Christmas tree and decorated it.
I don't know why people do that.
Why buy a Christmas tree? It's because
So
Jesus
fucking
Christ
early-
died
yeah.
in
His dying words were,
Buy a tree.
and put a lot of shit on it, and then but wait,
Well, why-
there's a little bit more and
Yeah,
put presents
honestly,
under it.
honor
and then
me
there's
in
gonna
the
be,
most
like,
pagan fashion possible.
Then my likeness will be a big fact. No, wait, hold on. Who's taking this down?
Years
Luke,
ago in
John.
New Haven, I like it. Years ago in New Haven, Connecticut, there was a tree on the green that supposedly had Jesus' face on it. I've not seen the tree, but I'm going to guarantee you it did not have Jesus' face on it. It's just
you're
look.
gonna guarantee me
It's a
that?
guess. It's a guess.
Here's why I say, why do you buy your tree so early? We buy our tree in the 19th.
Can I explain to you why?
Nope, that's all we have time for. Thanks so much. We'll find out part 9.
The reason is Mom and Buried. She enjoys what you might like to call
AKA
hanging out with the tree.
your SO.
So we put
What? Hang
essay?
What SO?
We I know what you said. We put the tree up, we decorate it, and then she spends the month hanging out, watching Lifetime and Hallmark fucking bullshit Christmas movies.
Oh,
I had to watch the fucking the football game in the bedroom last night on our worst TV because she needs to hang out with the tree in the living room with the lights on and all that shit.
Wait,
and she
what
needs
do
to
you mean?
maximize it as much as possible. So we get the tree this weekend. The only reason we got it this early,
when you say hang out, like you mean she will
Be
just
near
sit
it.
in
Yes.
the room. It's almost like a
Yes.
therapy tree.
sure, yeah. But
Okay.
you know what? Hey, whatever
All
floats
right.
your boat. It's good for her.
Yeah.
But the Thanksgiving was so late. Like it was the last week of the month, which normally, I
It
guess,
is
maybe
always-
not normally.
it is
No,
always
sometimes
that.
it's earlier. Sometimes it falls on like the 23rd or something.
Okay.
Right. So the 28th is that when it was? I think it was the 28th.
27. Yeah, 28th.
28th, right? I know your daughter's birthday.
I know.
So it's a little late, and she just wants to maximize the amount of weekends we have with it, especially since we go to Connecticut for like the week of Christmas. Look, the odds of the tree surviving when it's right next to the fucking radiator is not great.
Why do you go for so long? The week of Christmas. Like, wouldn't it be better just to go for like a night or two and then just like get back?
I don't know. Sometimes, we can talk about this in another
It's just
episode.
too much. Everything you're saying is just it's like a lot.
You're fucking too much. You know what? This is the worst parenting chore. Talking about parenting
All right, let's
with you.
get to
We'll be
episode
back.
24.
We're gonna get into the real
Part
shit
24.
in a minute.
All right,
God
bye.
damn it. 24.
Part 4.
Oh. I'm gonna start talking first because I think Pete wants to, and I'm cutting you off to tell you.
You son of a bitch.
I'm
You
just
son of a
wanted to let
bitch.
people know
My
that you were
mouth was
being
open.
You were being a little
Ready.
baby about
Oh,
wanting
was
to
I?
say your Christmas tree
Yeah.
story,
Oh, I'm sorry,
and I
did
wanted to let everyone
fill
know
the
that you're
room?
being a baby.
I couldn't get a word in because you were talking
You're
the whole
fucking
time.
goddamn right.
God
It's
damn
the
you.
Dad and Buried podcast, not the fucking Pete nobody's ever heard of podcast.
And Pete.
And Pete.
It's the new meme. It's the new.
And Pete.
It's
All right,
the
so
new.
look. Pete thinks it's ridiculous that
All right.
in my house we get the Christmas
But
tree
Nate,
so
so
early.
Nate just chimed in and said
he agreed with
during
my
break,
wife's
and he said,
hanging
I
out with the
also
tree
hung
stands."
out, and I go, that's very strange. Okay, so that's very strange. What the new tradition that we have, I'll call it new because I think my parents used to put up not a live tree, but
A
like
fake tree.
Yeah, a fake tree.
Is that what you say? Not alive? Why don't you just say a fake tree?
Because we used to get
say
well,
it.
first of all, Christmas trees in England are the grossest things you've ever. They're like the most anemic. There's like literally a branch, and then there's tree.
I
and then there's something
literally-
else. It's so
Every
bad.
time you mention something about your childhood in
Yeah.
England, I have to remember the fact that you fucking grew up in England.
Yeah.
I still don't believe it.
Okay, well, so that happened. Anyway, so then smash cut to my own family. Yeah. It's a smash
where-
cut from this really sad tree.
the
And like,
family of-
Mummy, should I put this little thing on the
Your
tree?
kids don't. Oh, that's
Fucking-
when you were a kid.
Are we getting a tree? Fuck
Bitch.
that. Yeah. No, bitch. We're waiting till the 19th of December. But why would we do
'Cause
that?
this is America.
Because it's going to die. And
No,
it's
but-
going to die real quick. and it happens.
But you got to get a good tree. We've had trees that last the whole time.
No,
we have.
You're honestly.
I'm not. Yeah.
Look inside your soul. You're lying to yourself right now.
Inside what soul? I'm not lying.
You're
the worst is when it's dead and it when you're moving it out. It daggers into your skin.
It's just
no,
brutal.
we've had some where we were shocked.
So we have a new tradition. This is of the last 4 or 5 years, where we will invite our Jewish friends over, and their kids get to help
because they're excited to decorate,
and they fucking love it. And by the way, I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but I think decorating a tree is kind of a pain in the ass.
I agree 1,000,000%, which
and
is
so
why I was so
getting people that are more excited and much more willing to do it is great. While I stand by and drink the degree.
So we bought our tree on Saturday, and because they fucked up the trunk.
Oh yeah.
So I said this on the live earlier, right? So like usually the tree place trims the trunk and trims the shitty branches at the bottom of the tree, cleans it up for you. And I think because we bought a tree from like the specials rack and we didn't realize it, the guy didn't give us any fucking, but he didn't even put it in the tree stand, which a lot of times they do for you, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. So we get home and I get rid of some of the shitty branches, and then there's like 2 feet of just bare trunk. Mommy Bear was not having it. So we didn't end up decorating on Saturday night.
How tall was your tree at the end? Like 4 feet?
No, it's actually still pretty tall.
Okay.
Because we got one, without all that, it was like bumping the top of the ceiling. We have tall ceilings.
Yeah.
So we didn't end up decorating on Saturday night, which was the plan. So on Sunday morning, I had to saw part of the tree off with a handsaw, and then we decorated on Sunday afternoon. And the entire time we're doing it, I'm like, I am so glad my 9-year-old is 9 years old so that he can decorate the tree. So that I don't have to fucking do it. Except I still had to do wrap around. What's the worst part?
Lights.
Wrap around with the lights.
That is
and then like
the most complicated
beads
part.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then I had a tweet about this where like my son's like, hey, can I help decorate the tree? I'm like, sure. He's like, what do we do? He's like, well, we put up the lights and then mommy tells us what we did wrong. Goes through and rearranges the lights and fixes the branches. And I'm just like, I honestly don't give a shit. But what's funny about hanging out with the tree, when I was a kid, our tree was in the living room, which like we had a family room and a living room. The living room was like
you're from, and you were ate like wild pheasant.
I'm just saying, the family room was like nobody hung out in there except on the holidays.
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
The living room was where the TV was. We hung out. So like there was no hanging out with the tree.
Right.
Unless as a kid, maybe you want to hang out in there, or like after the fact where all the presents are under there, you're hanging out with the presents and stuff. But now you live in an apartment. You have 3 rooms, right? And the tree is just in your face at all times.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love a good Christmas tree hang, but I like the time frame to be a little bit more condensed. Like you can't have it the whole time, because guess what? These trees, they absorb a lot of water.
They do.
You got to water them every
all
day.
The time.
Oh, and by the way, that sap is out for vengeance.
It is. It hates you and your family.
It's ready to kill some fucking people up in here.
So
it gets
in here,
everywhere. It gets everywhere.
Here, right?
It
does get everywhere.
Ugh.
I've seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where you're turning the magazine and there's
Oh,
sap on it.
yeah, that's right.
So look, you may think that
funny.
that this is the Christmas episode. It is
It's
not.
not.
The Christmas episode is
fucking
going to be next
chores.
week,
It's just
where we
chores.
talk about shopping and stuff. This is chores, and I do think that's a good point.
Good
You
sound.
like that extra
Yeah.
sound? Is the decorating the tree is not a common chore because you only do it once a year,
Right.
but it is a shitty chore. And it's actually one place where kids come in handy if they're old enough.
Yeah.
They're excited about it, and they
Yep.
do a lot of the work, and you can sit back and do whatever this weird thing you're.
That's a bit of fluty.
What do you
and a
make
bit of
that
drinking.
German mulled
Glug.
wine?
No, it's Swedish. Glug.
Glug.
Yeah.
Glug. Okay.
So good.
You look pretty Swedish.
I am. I'm Swedish.
So last time, if you remember correctly, I wanted to know, I'm wearing my glasses today for the first. Excuse me.
Is everybody? Are you
Well,
gonna be okay?
well, I never. I'm wearing my glasses today for the first time on the podcast because you know what? The people demanded it.
Yep.
I put up a poll and people voted for it, and the people that voted against it, I can see their names, and they're gonna get, a bag of dicks in the mail because you can actually fucking order those.
You know what it is? It makes you so much more sophisticated.
It does make me sophisticated.
As you just demonstrated.
Yeah, with my disgusting burp. I
throwing up in
apologize
your
for
mouth.
anyone who had to hear that. So 2 weeks ago, we did the Worst Parenting Chores episode, and basically we got through bedtime and a couple other times, dinner time, and some other shit. And there's a lot of stuff we didn't get to, and we had so many comments and so many different little topics within it that we wanted to finish it off. So that's what we're doing today. And the first one at the top of the paper, maybe not the top of the list, but the top of the paper that I put together is homework. So today, my kid gets home and he has to do like reading responses once a month, where he has to do basically like a really brief book report on whatever book he's reading. I have to sit down with him and like help him structure it because like there's 3 paragraphs and each one has to have kind of a different thing. And I'm sitting with him, and I much prefer this to math homework with him because the math shit I can't even do half it. Like it's getting more. Now he's in 4th grade. It's getting more sophisticated, and the Common Core, just the principles of it are tough.
Yeah.
And before you start bashing Common Core, I find it difficult. I understand the rationale behind it. Essentially, is to give you like mechanisms to be able to do math in your head in a more logical way. The kind of the way that we do it. Like if you're breaking up a tip. You divide it by tens, you do all that shit right the way. It's not really how we were taught. We were taught memorization and all that shit. Whatever. I'm not going to get into Common Core. Different episode.
We already got a micro lesson on it.
We did. We did some writing, but so like he uses the computer to write his thing, and you know how like spell check or like a grammar, like if there's a proper noun.
Wait, he doesn't write it with his hand? Like,
no, they're letting him use computers, and like his handwriting sucks and he hates it.
Yeah.
So we're like, fine, you know, nobody's gonna be. My handwriting is an absolute joke. It's cursive because I start to write so fast and it's a mess and no one can read. I can't even read it. So he types, which is fine. It's a skill he needs to learn, but like he can't deal with the red line that shows you that it's like a misspelling or a grammar issue or it's a proper noun. I don't think he fucking even knows what proper nouns are. I don't know when they learn that. He's like, why does this show a red line? I'm like, dude, that doesn't matter. Like you're writing on a fucking computer. You can spell check and fix all this stuff later. You just got to get your thoughts out, right? And he can't fucking get past the red line. And he's like, I can't do it. I'm like, dude, just write your damn thoughts and we'll clean that up after.
I know.
And he won't do it. And I fucking hate it. And I hate sitting down and doing homework with my kid.
Because of, so what does he, and of course, then
he complains about having to do it.
And then it becomes like he's like flailing and struggling.
Or he's throwing a fit, or he gets so frustrated that it just puts the whole thing. The proceedings come to a halt. It's just super frustrating, and I don't want to do homework. I spent 20 years of my life doing homework. I'm over it.
Yeah, and I think everyone would agree.
Well, Handmaid is Better says homework was her least favorite parenting chore. It brings out both of our ugly sides from her laziness and my stubbornness, which is exactly right, Like, he doesn't want to do it. He gets frustrated. They give up so easily. And then I'm like, you have to fucking do it this way.
Right.
And just fucking furious. And it's like too early to have a beer.
And you're just like locked in this
Oh, my God. And we are so similar. And it's a meltdown from the fucking start.
Right.
G Dog Ta. No idea if that's what I'm supposed to say. GD Ogta. I like it. You like when I break down the usernames, try to figure it out, right? On air in real time. She says, not understanding the math, getting them to do it, and them whining the whole time.
Yeah.
Trying to break down the rationale behind some of like the Common Core techniques is beyond me half the time.
Well, I go right to the internet. I'm just like Common Core.
YouTube videos and shit. Yeah, I don't really do that.
Yeah, you got to do that. And then, but also what I find sometimes works is if I start doing it, I'm like, let me do it. Look, no, you're doing it wrong. I'm like, well, how do you do it? And they're so pissed that I'm about to do it that they start explaining it. And they're like, see? And I'm like, you just did the problem. And then they're like, oh, well.
Look at
and
you.
Then I do this.
You found a little hack.
I'm getting hacked. Life hack.
So
you antagonize just enough to get them to realize the potential within themselves. Just like the movie Rudy. He was antagonized his whole life.
Was he antagonized?
And honestly,
he's underestimated. He wasn't antagonized.
He was. There was a lot of good protagonists out there antagonizing that.
A lot of good protagonists. Yeah, you were on the side of the bullies.
Yeah, big time. Listen, Chet with my sweater. Rudy.
Fuck that movie. Anyway, so today, my son was writing his little reading response, and the first sentence is, this is the name. I read the Artemis Fowl book, and I didn't want to read it, but my dad, this is what he's writing, but my dad forced me to, and it turns out I liked it. And as I'm reading, he's like, you can't say anything about that. You can't bully me. I'm like, I'm not going to bully you. But like, you tell the kid for like months, like, you need to branch out and read something. You might like this thing. Right. And then he's fucking so reluctant to admit it. And then he finally admits it and he gets mad because I'm proofreading his thing.
Yeah, but
and he gets mad that he's like, you can't take credit.
But you are mad dogging him while you're doing it.
Mad dogging, yeah. Well, I do that when I put him to bed.
Yeah.
Jay Searzega brings it a little bit broader. So she doesn't like the homework, but she hates all the school paperwork, the permission slips, the lunch orders, the hours each week. So my kid will bring home a folder.
Yeah.
And on half of the folder is like homework or stuff for him, and the other half is like stuff for the parents.
Right.
Look at that maybe once every 3 weeks.
Yeah. And then
missing all sorts of permission slips. Yeah.
You're gonna need this vital piece of information.
But his teachers this year actually send emails with like, here's tonight's homework and stuff that you can look at. But like, look, too many emails.
Well, as they get up, we're my middle schoolers on Jupiter grades, so like you can like log in at any time.
Oh yeah, we're not there yet, but I've heard that.
There's like a couple. There's like School Connects and a couple other ones that are pretty good. But having said that, so my oldest daughter is 12, is in middle school. Their school has taken a reduced homework stance. So they have. I
love it.
They're trying, or they're piloting.
Studies have shown there's no benefit.
And so I used to do a shitload of homework, and I'm not an advocate of homework. I'm like really genuinely
it just
stupid.
causes frustration for everybody.
I'm stupid, and it doesn't.
You
make
are
any
stupid.
Sense. So yeah, and it was because of all the homework I had to do.
All the homework made you stupid.
Yeah, exactly. All the homework, and so, but what they do is anything they give them periods in school. They let them finish their homework, and if they don't finish it, they have to finish it at home.
Right. Okay. Right? So, but they give them time at school to do it,
exactly.
which is like if you had a study hall,
right?
And you could do your homework. You were like Jack fucking Pot.
I know. But except for whatever reason, somehow this actually works, and they usually do most of their homework during that. I remember having study hall, but I don't remember doing. I don't know if I did homework.
You know what? I was like fucking Doogie Howser back then. I was fucking doing homework.
You were Doogie Howser?
Doogie fucking Howser. Yeah.
You were
super hot. I was writing a fucking computer.
That's
journal.
That's the thing. That's the first thing that came to your mind.
That's what people remember about Doogie Howser.
Unbelievable tight ass.
How's that song go? That was right?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about you.
I'm loving it.
That's
how the Doogie Howser theme
thinking
song
about how
goes.
hot Neil Patrick Harris was.
I'm just glad you need to bring the energy up, and I'm glad I got that a little bit out of you. All right.
Good.
You don't think Doogie Howser's attractive? How about now, Neil Patrick Harris?
He's unbelievably attractive.
Thank you.
He's a quadruple threat.
I saw him on stage in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It was pretty impressive.
Wow.
Dynamic performance. My wife made me go to that. You know what? I'm a fucking Renaissance man.
Are you?
We live in New York City. I take advantage of the culture.
Yeah, you take advantage already.
Have you seen the Cats trailer?
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you? It's fucking an absolute abomination. Who is this movie for?
It's almost like a parody.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like as if someone made a movie within a movie that was supposed like it's like
Like it's like you're watching a movie like here's a shitty movie Hollywood made and they showed a clip from Cats.
It should be like in Tropic Thunder, like one of those movies. It's the stupidest thing I've ever
it looks
seen.
I don't even understand it. I don't understand why is the fur CGI? Why can't they just wear cat bodysuits like on the stage play?
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand. When I was a kid, I went to that. My parents brought me to Broadway. I saw 3 plays on Broadway
in the same day.
No.
They
just
ever.
Cats.
You off. They just made you.
Cats, which I fucking loved. Phantom of the Opera, which I fucking loved, and Les Mis, which I hated. Now I listen to Les Mis every once in a while. I like it.
Can't you sing every song?
I can sing. Good. Do you hear the people sing? No. Anyway. I met old Deuteronomy, who's one of the cats in Cats. Like during one of the intermissions, you go up and get it. He signed my playbill. That's the whole story. Some fucking fat dude in a cat suit signed my playbill. You know what? If I went up to fucking Idris Elba, who's in the new one, he wouldn't be in a cat suit. Yeah, he was in fucking CGI.
You know what? He'd be in a green suit. And you'd be like, "Can you sign my playbill, my man?"
Yeah, I would fucking. You know what? Stringer Bell. He could sign anything he wants.
There you go.
Anyway, I don't know how that just happened. We just got into cats. So now we're talking about doctor's appointments. What a segue.
This is a podcast.
Bentini80 said, taking kids for shots is terrible. We always lie and say we are going somewhere else and then spring it on them in the parking lot. It makes me feel so bad. The crying is terrible. That's like what you do to dogs.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
No, that's what it was. So I didn't do that to my kids.
Tough.
But did I tell you that story? How I had to bring my kids for their flu shot last week?
You can't be like, hey, we're going to like the shop, the mall, and then the next thing you know, it's like actually we're gonna get shots.
Yep. Now they're scarred for life. Now they're never gonna trust you.
Yeah.
They will never trust you ever again, Bentini.
You got to get them psyched up.
You heard it from Pete.
Yeah,
Let's get fucking psyched up. Later in life, pain might turn you on sexually. Let's do it. Right? Is
that how you do it?
That's how I had it done to me.
Got it. Just
Dana Bosday said, I have to peel my son out of the car. He's afraid of shots, even the finger prick. Yeah, well, aren't we all? I'm fucking terrified of shots. I'm not into it. The flu shot, when they do that thing, they like take a little blood.
Oh.
Do a little dance.
Well.
Get down tonight.
No.
Take
usually
a little blood.
if they take blood, they
do a little dance.
No,
Get down tonight.
They don't take extra.
There's something they do. They did it to me at my new job where they have like on-site nurse practitioners. Diabetes. Is that 3 weeks in a row with the Wilford Brimley, or did we miss a week?
Diabetes.
Anyway, nobody likes shots. Fuck shots. I know the flu shot doesn't hurt, and I'm still terrified every time. You know what? I like liquor shots less than I like actual fucking doctor shots at this age. They're more painful. The next day,
really?
I want to kill myself if I take shots.
So you would rather take a shot?
I was being fucking hyperbolic and facetious.
And you were being...
Fucking deal with it. Little bit 1113 says, doctor appointments are the worst. That's when my boys turn up their assholeness. That's when Detective Munch turned up his assholeness at the shot. He was so scared about getting a shot that he was just fucking going nuts.
You know what's good is, if we, my wife, I haven't done it in
my wife.
She brings all three, and then she says, this one's doing it better than you, and then they start competing. Who can take a shot better?
That's what I try to do to my kid.
I'm like, he can.
You sound like you're doing Hamilton.
What does that mean?
I'm not gonna get into it. You won't appreciate it. Anyway, so I had to bring my 3-year-old and my 9-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get my 9-year-old to go first because I know my 9-year-old is fucking all in his head about this, that if my 3-year-old cries, and he's 3, so he's gonna cry, it's gonna make my 9-year-old even more anxious and scared. So I'm trying to get him to go first. He refuses to go first. They do it to my 9-year-old. He doesn't even fucking know it happened. It hits his arm. He goes, "What'd you do that for?" Like, it was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Didn't cry, barely noticed it.
Right.
The 9-year-old still it was just like you had to strap him down.
It was hysterical.
He was hysterical. He thinks about it so much.
Right.
He gets so anxious. And then it gets done, and he won't even admit that it barely hurt, even though it did. 5 minutes later, he's fucking having the time of his life, just asking to play video games or whatever. And you're like, "Do you fucking realize what you just put me through?"
Yeah. I doubt that he's having the time of his life, but...
you know what?
Yeah.
You don't know. He did the whole dance. He jumped onto Patrick Swayze's arms. He was having the time of his
Okay.
life. Caitlin Reardon says she hates shots. Her daughter has a condition that requires a shot every night.
Oh, no.
And a different shot one time a week. So Mama
God.
Barry has MS.
Shit.
And one of the medications she was on required a shot like 3 times a week. And you have to rotate where you take it on your body, or else it
it's like like scar and bruising.
Yeah, and I had to do the shot a lot of the times. Fucking nightmarish. It was worse for me than it was for her. Obviously, it wasn't. But like being the person who's not a doctor, who's like, there's a whole little shot machine. There's a machine that shoots it in, but like every time
is
it
like a diabetes one where you like it goes pow and it just does it in a second, like a boom,
sort of,
puncture almost?
Exactly like that. But just still, it made me so nervous. Like when she felt pain from it, I felt bad. Giving somebody a shot sucks, especially if you have to give it to a kid. So I feel for Caitlin.
But it wasn't like a big needle that you had to like put in her. You know how the doctors kind of like go whoop and then they pull it out.
No,
like,
it was
really
encased. You put it encased in a thing, and it had like a mechanism where it went. But it still sucked. M. Cedeno 1980, one of our patrons, said, "My kid has a rare disease, hyperinsulinism. Sounds related to diabetes, maybe the reverse, which means we have to constantly check his blood sugar throughout the day and night. So guess who's getting up at 4 a.m.?
Oh, man.
Late night drinking equals nope.
Oh, man.
Nope, we do what we have to do, and I wouldn't change it for the world, except, maybe not have the 4 a.m. thing.
Oh, wow, man. That's a lot.
Right?
That's really, that's really
sucks.
serious.
I mean, Caitlin Reardon, M. Cedeno 1980, that sucks to have to fucking...
I mean, that's
deal with that.
We're gonna do an episode on being diagnosed with having your kid
ADHD
with stuff,
and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna do that eventually, probably in the new year.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to keep it light. We're trying to keep it light
in the new
as
year
we close out 2018 or 2019. Next year's gonna be fucking Armageddon.
Honestly, when we close out 2018, it's gonna be great.
2019. You're making fun of me.
But 2020, we're gonna hit 2020 with a scorcher. Being diagnosed,
kick off the new year. Here you go, guys. All right, so the next shitty time of day was the morning, and I had a fucking disaster with my son this morning.
Here we go.
But Monica Sandoval Nuno says preparing breakfast for school because they don't eat it, and I have to wake them up.
Yep.
Latin 75 frequent commenter says waking them up early when they're young, but she has a 16-year-old now, and the attitude and laziness sucks. I told my son the other day, because he was like astonished that he had like slept till 8 on one weekend day, and I'm like, when you're a teenager, like in college, you're gonna sleep till like 1.
Yeah,
I'm gonna blow your mind, and it was the best thing in the world doing that. I loved it.
Because, did he continue his late sleeping, or does he get up early naturally?
So we had this issue where kids would always come up in the middle of the night, or we tried to stop them. And you can't come up until 5, and they would come up and lay with us.
Is that
over the
stopped?
past like 2 weeks? It seems like that has stopped.
No shit.
And now I have to go down and get them, which has
great.
its pros and cons, but is better than I am sleeping better because they're not coming into my room and waking me up.
Yeah, but you gotta wake yourself up now.
But I got to wake myself up. But I also have to go get them up, and it makes things more urgent, right? Because they're less awake because they haven't woken up already, and I have to go down there, and sometimes they're still asleep.
But this is at like what, 6:30?
6:45.
6:45. Yeah. Okay. We're definitely in the tween age with my oldest daughter, who's what's really interesting, actually, even my 9-year-old will on Saturday mornings, 6:30, boom, both of them up.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
the
why?
weekends.
Why? What the fuck? You have nothing going on for the first half of the day.
Appointments.
Yeah, you have no appointments. You have nothing going on for the first half of the day, and then the next thing you know, these guys, but they're awake at 6 o'clock in the morning. On the school day, it's a nightmare to get these guys up. And
I think that's a human thing, though. I don't think that's just kids, right? So like. It's
I
a little bit different when you have kids and you've been conditioned by work and having kids. But yeah, it's like, but on a Saturday, you're like, I'm going to have fun today. Yeah. I'm going to do what I want.
And so that's
when you're in school, you're like, I don't want to get up and go to the fucking drudge of school. Super frustrating, though.
So I normally get up, do breakfast, get the kids up, and do the lunches.
Yeah,
I'll pack the lunches.
That's unbelievable. We talked about it in the last episode, the packing the lunches.
Yeah, it is when the amount of food that just comes back. I just want to be like, you know what? I don't give a fuck if you eat or not. I actually don't. Just because I want you to be so hungry that you're going into the garbage.
Do they have free meals at the school?
Yeah, but they're like, they're gross.
My kid comes home today and says all he had was, I don't remember what he said. All I had was this. They had mozzarella sticks. It was gross. I'm like, if they fucking serve mozzarella sticks for free at my school, I'd be fucking 500 pounds. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Kid doesn't like mozzarella sticks. I don't really like mozzarella sticks.
Did he ask you what your point was? Because
he's like, you already are 500 pounds, you fat shit. Yeah. You know what,
Son
Pete?
Of a bitch.
That's
no,
because
he was looking at a picture
Post-Thanksgiving?
of you. Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's rude.
So,
I'm trying my best.
You know what? Try a little harder.
Dana Bosday says, I'm solo in the AM, getting them ready for school, and I often find myself saying, why are you naked?
Yeah.
It's hard to get, she has a hard time getting clothes on her kids.
How about socks?
What
the fuck is the deal
very hard
with socks?
Very hard with socks.
We have this countertop. I can't always see what's going on. Everyone will be fully dressed. And I'm like, okay, let's go. The bus is here. We head down the stairs. I turn the corner. Not a single kid
has socks
on.
So they go to school without socks?
No, they do, of course they go to but
your kids.
Mike. Okay, not the kids.
I thought you were saying you got to the bus.
No.
And all these other kids. Why are you staring at these kids' ankles, perv?
You know what?
Watch it.
You know what? Doogie Howser. Have you seen Doogie Howser's ankles?
His ankles?
Whew.
I've seen it, yeah.
Did you see how he filled out those jeans?
His ankles are in his jeans?
Yeah, well, it's not just his ankle.
So this morning, my kid, he will come up and a lot of times, so I'll lay out his clothes the night before, a lot of times, just because I don't
of course.
fucking
No, because that makes a lot more sense, yeah.
And every morning he'll be like, you didn't bring me socks. And I'm like, I fucking put the socks there. Yeah. And then I wait for him to go, and I'm like, they're there. And then he'll go, and then you just wait for him to say, oh, I found them. Or he just doesn't say anything, and then magically appears with the socks. But you know what he does now sometimes? This has nothing to do with socks. I'll bring him up, because they sleep downstairs, and I'll bring him up, and he'll fucking, instead of like sitting on the bench at the breakfast table to eat, he'll lie down on the floor.
Oh, because he's tired.
Like in his fetal position, and like lie down like he's going to sleep.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you got to hurry up and move. And he's like, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm fucking tired too.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I work for a living. You're tired?
And he'd be like, yeah, but Dad.
That's rich.
That's been a new occurrence, though.
Oh,
he'll say.
Wow.
You know?
Wow, you'll say, because you usually work,
he'll
you fucking...
Yeah. because
he did say something under his breath today and said, "What'd you say?"
Did you?
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. It wasn't about me being unemployed. It was about me being a failure, but not about me being unemployed.
Yeah.
JNMK102 says the morning routine before work and school is painful chaos, which really does sum it up. Mrs._Guffle, morning wake up routine because get out of bed for fuckity fuck's sake. I have to go to work. That's the other thing. It's like we're on a schedule. Like I'm not doing this for kicks. Like we have to catch the bus. If you miss the bus, it fucks up my entire day.
It really does.
And everyone's day.
Throws
and
everything
I'm
off.
so fucking pissed. And you won't like it. Yeah. You already think I'm too fucking grumpy is the word they use for dad hates his life. Yeah. You're always so grumpy. That's their euphemism.
Yeah. Well, that's perpetuated by you. I'm just grumpy. Yeah. I'm not pissed, you fuckheads.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm just grumpy.
Exactly. Newcomb, getting my 2-year-old and 5-year-old ready for school in the morning before work. That's the thing. It's always like we have things to do. Yeah. Is half the reason we need to get them situated and finished and done. It really sucks. I really hate it. Sweet Melissa 7877. The bus stop. I'm not a morning person to begin with. Me neither. Yeah. I got to get up at 6:30, get my daughter up and ready, do her hair. Yeah. I don't have to do that. No. I got to get dressed and I got to go outside where the sun is still coming up. So that's what I do. So today I worked from home, and when I work from home, I'll bring him to the bus stop like in a hoodie and my flip-flops sometimes, and then come back and maybe get back in bed if I can, or if I have work to do, just start doing work. But it's just a little bit more comfortable. Like I don't have to race to the bus stop. But most days I bring him to the bus stop and immediately leave. Like tomorrow, and I just get on the train and I get to work. But I am not at all awake in the morning. Right. And what wakes me up is my temper at them not being awake. It's like better than an alarm clock.
Well, that's a gift that keeps on giving then. That's the gift that they've given you. Pure, unadulterated anger in the morning.
Well, that's what having kids is all about. All right, so we got past that bullshit. Laundry and dishes. Neither of them ever end.
No.
Ever end.
They don't.
Laundry, Nate, you have no idea. It seems unfathomable how much fucking laundry there is. It's, to me, I don't understand it. Yeah. You have 3 kids and girls.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't even imagine. But like the amount of clothes my fucking toddler has, it blows your mind. It will blow your mind. And I don't understand. My wife, when she folds clothes, which she never does anymore, I fold every fucking item of clothing. Yep. When she's like packing for us, this has nothing to do with anything. It just made me angry because today I was unpacking from Thanksgiving. She folds shirts down the middle.
Okay, I gotta go.
In half.
I can't.
Like there's this.
No.
Just this.
I'm up. It's over. No, it's over. It's over.
Down the center of your shirt.
You know what? You tell your wife.
You don't have to fucking fold like the Gap. But you do. You fold the sleeves over and you fold up.
I would watch out for her. What is wrong?
I take my
down the middle, just down like
just
horizontal.
She just folds it in half and puts it in. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I look like an asshole in my fucking meeting. I gotta present, and I got a long line down the center of my shirt here.
Wait, your clothes too?
Yes. I'm saying the only time she folds clothes is if we're like packing or leaving from somewhere because putting the luggage together, she'll pack. But that's what she does. She takes a T-shirt and she'll just fucking fold it in half.
Why are you wearing a T-shirt to a meeting?
You know what? Stop poking holes.
Where are you going?
It's a fucking.
I
work at an agency, all right? We play ping pong.
No, so I recently had to do the packing. So my wife, obviously, we've talked about this. It's a no-fly zone when it comes to packing the kids for any trip. I'm relegated to one, shutting the hell up at all costs. And 2, just basically my wife does all the packing. I can't do anything. I can't touch anything because it's all thing. It is good, except for Thanksgiving. This past Thanksgiving, where my wife was like, you know what? Because she didn't join us the whole Thanksgiving, so
you went early.
No, we went together, but my wife and my daughter came back to the city. And then
for the ballet.
My other 2 kids, I stayed on for another few days. So she's like, it's showtime. Welcome to the show.
You got to pack for real?
You got to pack for real.
Shit to come home with?
Yeah. So then what happened, I'm packing, and I'm like, I got this. Sound machine, light, couple books.
What about the clothes?
Completely underpacked.
You underpacked your clothes?
I underpacked because I didn't... Not a sweatshirt to be found.
You don't know where anything is.
No, I do know where everything is, but I didn't put a sweatshirt in because first of all, I'm packing in the morning just before we go because it's hectic.
Well, you know where the clothes
only
probably are? Still in the fucking dryer.
No, well, exactly. Well,
because they're never not.
The point is we had a lot of reusing of clothes this weekend. There's a new concept,
Didn't we all?
And by the way, it worked great.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of
Nobody
laundry.
smelled?
I mean, I'm sure, but they always smell.
You were
Who cares?
drunk anyway.
Yeah, I don't care.
3 sheets to the wind.
You know
You're
what I
not
mean?
smelling the pits.
Exactly. But the point is you make do with what you got. It's going to be all right.
I hate folding clothes and doing laundry, and a lot of times what happens is we'll bring the laundry up and the basket just sits there full of the clothes. Like a lot of people will dump them on a chair on the bed and then just move them to the floor. And then eventually it's like you need to rewash them. They're so wrinkled. So A.E. Dimmick says changing bedding after those fucking idiots piss themselves, which is another twist. So if you like wake up and let your kid get sick or pees himself and you have to like change sheets or like do laundry in the middle of the night, that sucks.
So yes, we definitely have that situation too, where we're going through that. But it's really tough to like every other morning or whatever, having to change the sheets, having to wash like a comforter.
Don't even do it. Just
day.
throw it out. They're expensive.
Yeah, they're not like mini Baby Bells. They're expensive.
Callie Mamaya 2.0 says, fuck kids' socks and where they disappear to. So people have told me about like dryer traps where like there's like spots in dryers where socks like get sucked into the crevice. I believe it, but I don't have any proof. What are you doing?
I'm trying to just...
You're squeezing the can?
I'm just trying to pull this thing out.
Out of the... Yeah, it is. It is tricky. Shelby Tellier says dishes and laundry literally never end, which we talked about. Paula Polsky, world's biggest CFL fan, says laundry just never ends. Well, hey, you know what? Maybe you don't buy so many fucking Argonauts jerseys, Paul.
I'm not
going to have so many to wash.
No one knows what that is.
It was a fucking Canadian Football League joke.
Are you obsessed with the CFL? I feel like
I've learned a lot about it in order to roast Paul.
Okay, good. To really just
the Grey Cup,
the
Argonauts. There's another one, the Rough Riders, maybe. Calgary Stampede. That's actually an event. We've been through this.
So
you know who looks good in a cowboy hat? Kate Middleton. Anyway, carry on.
She looks good no matter.
You know who else looks good in a cowboy hat? Doogie Howser. His name's Neil Patrick Harris. Neil, we know your real name. I know you've worked long and hard to shed it.
Just a cowboy hat, though. A lot of people talking about dishes.
You don't have a problem with dishes.
I don't.
You don't give a
mind.
shit about dishes.
No, I do. We do dishes 24 hours a day, but I don't. There's something kind of very therapeutic.
I
about
disagree
dishes.
1,000,000%.
Like I'll do dishes all day long, and like putting into a dishwasher. Well,
Nate is agreeing with you. He likes
here's
doing dishes.
why.
Fuck dishes.
For up until I was 32, didn't have a dishwasher.
No, yeah, agreed. Same with me.
And so doing dishes, like actually doing dishes from when you're 17 or whatever, college through to being 32, that will make you fucking love doing dishes. When it's like, wait, so all I do is I just put them in this thing, close it up, and then open it up like an hour later.
So you're
and then
saying doing the dishes when you have a dishwasher is a lot easier than doing dishes when you don't.
Exactly.
But that's not really doing the dishes.
No.
When you have a dishwasher, it's not doing the dishes.
I think it's doing.
So
dishes.
I'm
washing pans.
I have a
I'm washing
dishwasher. You're right.
pans
So
and
right.
stuff.
I do that, and I only have a 1 basin sink, which sucks. A 2 basin sink will change your life.
Yeah.
It really will. I had it once. It's fucking mind blowing because you can put the shit you're not dealing with too much on one side, and then you use one of the basins to fucking deal your everyday stuff and do some rinsies. It's really great. There's that movie, The Breakup, with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, where there's a part where like they're having an argument in the beginning and he's complaining about having to do the dishes and she's like, I want you to do the dishes. She goes, I want you to want to do the dishes. He goes, why would I want to do the dishes? Obviously her point is like, I want you to want to like help out around the house and stuff. But I mean that fucking quote, right. Why would I want to do the dishes really sticks with me because doing the dishes sucks shit. I will agree that maybe I prefer to do dishes to do laundry and like folding laundry.
Exactly.
But when I'm folding laundry, I can like watch a show.
Yeah. That's
right. Yeah. When I was unemployed, I would be like, all right, fucking kids. I put the kid to nap. I'm gonna fucking watch the latest episode of Fringe. This was like 7 years ago, and I'm gonna fucking fold some Londo.
Yep. And
can't do that when you're doing dishes unless you have like a little TV in your kitchen, which I don't, or a little portable TV, which they used to have. Nobody does that.
But you bang it out.
Sometimes you know what? I'll put an ear pod in and I'll listen to a little podcast while I do the dishes or I empty the dishwasher.
There you go. Lots of tricks.
Blondie Byers wants us to talk about teeth brushing. Brushing toddler teeth is the worst. My toddler doesn't know how to spit. He swallows. He swallows the fucking toothpaste every time.
So he doesn't have fluoride, right?
He's starting to have some fluoride. He doesn't get a lot of toothpaste.
Like a little fluoride, but injection. Like a fluoride injection.
I inject
the back
the
of the
shit
neck.
out of him.
Just, hey, motherfucker.
Look, I don't want these frogs to go gay. But no, I'm trying to teach him how to spit, and this is what he does. He just opens his mouth, and the water like dribbles out. Like he doesn't, and I'm like, no, you got to go like that. And he just. I don't know how to teach spitting. I don't know how to do it. And then I've given the toothbrush and like, fucking can't swallow. It's so fucking frustrating. Anyway, a lot of cavities on both my kids. Beverly Jane 42 brushing their teeth when they suck all the toothpaste off the toothbrush in the first second.
Yeah.
Fucking same shit. It's so frustrating. Dana Bosday, bedtime teeth brushing is a circus usually left for my husband because I can't deal. When he's not home at bedtime, we skip it. Holy shit. Every once in a while when I'm like, nope. Like, I'm just like, we're skipping brushing. It's like amazing. It's like having a vacation. We're not going to brush your teeth tonight, guys. Oh. My 9-year-old brushes his own teeth, but he still can't totally be trusted. So every once in a while, I'll be like, give me that fucking thing. And I go
or
hard
he goes
at his
in,
teeth.
He goes in, the door closes, and then it opens right up.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
and you're like, dude.
Yeah, you did not brush your teeth. You're supposed to do 30 seconds a quadrant.
No one's going to do that.
30 seconds. It's fucking interminable. I do it because I have an electric toothbrush that times it. It like beeps every time 30 seconds is up. It is like
it's too much.
It takes fucking forever.
Yeah. Just floss.
Fuck flossing. W_Collins brushing teeth. I think because I do it the most with the kids, especially in the morning. Morning brushing your teeth. There's so much shit going on in the morning. I can't tell you how often it gets skipped in the morning. Gordon Tribe making sure your kids bathe and brush their teeth. It's like fighting angry octopuses, isn't it? Octopi? Would it be octopi?
Way to really bust Gordon Tribe.
I'm not busting him. I'm curious. Yeah, because there's some of those things
octopi.
Where you think it's the pie thing and it's not.
Octopuses? I don't think it's octopuses.
Well, we should ask Roger Moore.
Unless it's
Get it? Anyone?
Yeah. He
James
would say
Bond reference? Nate fucking knows the name. Lego 1311. Kid wants to chew the toothbrush and swallow the paste. Of course he does. Yeah.
It's a mess.
All right, so cleaning up. So KSU Julie on the live earlier wanted to mention this, and I don't have daughters, and this makes me glad I don't have daughters. She says,
where are we going with this?
Cleaning their fucking bedrooms is the worst. She says the mold growing, food crusted, towels used as, listen to me, towels used as toilet paper. She has I think a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old. Hair clogged sinks, sniffing underwear to see if it's clean or dirty, and bloody pads not wrapped in toilet paper in trash cans. Oh my God, this is making me angry typing all this out. It's making me angry reading it. Oh no one better tell me girls aren't gross. I don't even know how to respond to that.
We're going to take about 40 to 45 minutes to cover this thing. First of all, food? What's food doing in the bedroom?
What do you mean? You never had food in your bedroom? When your kids get older, they grab the food and they bring it up to their room and they're like, I don't want to fucking deal with you people. Not in your house because you're fucking...
I don't give a fucking shit. You're going to fucking...
Yeah, you know what? Wake me up when she's 13.
I will.
God,
I don't know what that means, actually.
Becca Gray 13
but mold
says...
growing with towels...
Well, listen to this. Becca Gray 13 says cleaning up food off the floor. Whether it's snacks...
Oh, my God.
Or the paste where my 2-year-old... The paste?
Yeah, because he's just probably like chewed it and like put it on the floor and it's come out of his mouth.
Where he threw it on the floor while yelling all duh, meaning all done. I loathe cleaning up more than anything. So look, you're saying there's no food in your kids' bedrooms?
No, we don't eat downstairs.
We don't.
It's a rule. No, because of that. Because of just that.
I can't wait.
I mean, I'm sorry. We also don't wear our shoes in the house. Does that blow your mind?
It's fucking stupid.
To not wear your shoes in the house? You son of a bitch. You're just trying to get
We're going to bring mergers and acquisitions on the air, and she's going to tell me where her fucking secret food stash is.
But cleaning up, I did say this.
I can't even believe I read that bloody pads comment out. It made me. The bloody pads.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
And
we'll have to revisit it. We'll do a puberty episode in a year or two.
But they're.
And I'm already. The gun is in my mouth.
their bedroom, but they definitely have to. They're asked to clean their rooms every day, and they do an okay job of it. But they're not bloody pads though.
So
yet.
our room,
but the food on the floor, on the
different.
kitchen, the food on the floor, just in general, just like, oh, what was this? Oh, it used to be like is this a grape? It's now like a black. It's like looks like a bean.
Yeah.
It's
so nasty. So under the couch, shit that ends up under the couch. I don't even want to. This is disgusting. So Daniel Amparo says getting his kids to clean up after themselves and getting them to clean their nasty room is his worst parenting chore. So our situation is a little bit different because our downstairs is like kind of like not a loft, but like kind of a big open space. And there aren't separate rooms. And we've tried to divide it so that there's a section where their bedroom that they share is one area, and then there's like a little couch with a TV. But the whole place is just... It's just absolutely... Like right now, it's like my wife, anytime she walks into the house, she says this place is a fucking disaster. And like 7 out of 10 times... No, fine. 6 out of 10 times that's true. And most of the time it's just like, chill. It's not that big a deal. Relax. Right. Downstairs is almost always a disaster. Like every toy they have, they pull out. It's everywhere. If they eat something down there, they don't bring it back up. Fucking yogurt containers, mini muffin bags, and all that shit. Fucking goldfish crumbs everywhere. Right. Absolute. It's really hard. And telling them to like go down and clean their room, it's such a big space. It's like almost too much to ask. For them, it's like overwhelming. And for us, we kind of understand. Like there's no real specific split between it, so it's not so much like go to your room. It's like go downstairs, so it's a little bit harder.
We basically ran some. Well, we've talked about this. We weaponized TV Town. If you want to watch TV, you got to do your thing. And then the thing that does work, at least has worked for some of the kids, actually works quite often, is when I'll walk in and I'll tell my kid to clean up, and I'll be like, "Who cleaned this up? You didn't clean up because you're just a tiny kid that couldn't possibly."
Who pulled this off?
I go, who? Tell me who. I did, Dad. I did. I'm like, there's no. Of course you couldn't have done something amazing like this. There's no way. And he's like, no. And it's like a little game we play.
I enjoy it.
It's quite. It's sweet. Yeah.
A lot of people complain about wiping the high chair down.
That's the grossest thing. Oh.
Because it's like porridge, essentially. Everything comes out.
Well, first of all, if you have fabric on that high chair,
oh god,
you got to get your fucking. You made a fucking big mistake. If
you're not plastic,
you're not using the IKEA high chair that was invented by God himself.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because God was
on the 8th day he invented the IKEA high chair. He was like, you know what?
These guys have been through enough. Let me just give him a high chair that you can easily wipe down, and is the best thing that's ever been invented.
I don't have an IKEA high chair, but
the IKEA white high chair.
I know. I assume. I mean, I can picture it.
They're at IKEA. If you go to eat at IKEA, they're at IKEA.
Oh, when my next lunch break. So Texas Margaret says cleaning up vomit is just the worst. I mean, look, I don't care if you're a parent or not. I don't want to hear about vomit. I don't want anything to do with it.
I just told people about the puke bowl episode.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, I love puke bowls."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like, "Of course,
I have one."
Yeah,
Shut
they
up.
said, "I have one."
Yeah. Well, and who then are these phantom fucking people you're making
I told them about you, and they said, "What does he do? Have a puke blanket?"
And then you said, "No, you told them about me." You told them about me, and they said, "Oh, Dad and Barrett, I follow him." That's what they fucking said. Don't lie to me. No, don't lie to the people. No, yeah, a puke carpet. No, you use a fucking bucket or a trash pan. You don't have a dedicated piece that you fucking use it and you toss it.
It's not dedicated.
It's your fucking vomit bowl. How is it not dedicated? What else do you use it for?
If it's not dedicated, we had lunch out of it when you came over. Remember?
You fucking suck. Makes me sick. So another big category was the diapers, potty training, poop situation. So obviously terrible chores. One of my least favorite things ever, which I had to do this weekend because my kid's still not fucking fully potty trained. He only sleeps in an overnight diaper, but he only shits in the diaper. He won't shit in the potty. You haven't cracked that code yet.
That is...
We have a diaper genie still.
Yep.
Nothing makes me more nervous than... First of all, just stepping on the pedal.
I made that.
You did make that face. Like, It happens to me all the time. You get your whiff of that fucking cylinder of fucking... repulsiveness. It is
human feces.
It literally, I die inside. Just that stench. Sometimes it lingers because we've had this diaper genie for 10 years. It was my 9-year-old's diaper genie. It's the same one.
Your youngest one is 4 or 5?
No,
4. He's 3.
My name's Mike. What's yours?
Greg.
We've known each other for
years.
Greg
Stevenson.
Anyway, he will be 4 in January.
Oh, okay. I thought he was already 4.
No, he will be 4 in January, and
that was normal.
I'm not saying it's abnormal. I'm saying
I'm just saying, Mike, relax. Your kid is fine.
But
God.
the worst thing ever is when you have to change the diaper genie out and you have to carry the sack of diapers. Nothing is more terrifying. If that thing fucking breaks, I used to live in an apartment, and when we lived in Raleigh,
it's not gonna break.
I had to walk down like 4 flights to carry that thing. Fucking absolutely terrifying. If this thing fucking breaks on the stairwell, yes, there's an elevator, but look, there's a lot of fucking.
Why is it gonna break, though?
It's fucking plastic. The shit breaks. Sometimes when you're changing it, you accidentally poke a hole in it, and you don't remember that when you're pulling it out later. Shut up. You know what? You don't think it's never broken on somebody?
The diaper genie?
Yeah. No, the bag from it.
Yeah, I know. No,
it's sure, definitely 100% broken on people.
Yeah,
it's a thing that's...
Yeah, and those people were drunk.
It scares me. All right. Everybody who's had the diaper genie bag break on them, send it to Pete.
No one has.
Send the diapers to fucking Pete.
No, the only thing that might have happened is that there's not enough plastic because you're at the very end.
Yeah.
That's the toughest. And then now you have like a tiny knot, and it's.
But imagine the knot slips open and all the shitty diapers fall out on the floor.
No, I don't want to imagine that.
I would just leave. I would just get in the car and fucking drive off a cliff like Thelma and Louise.
Just be like, that's when you pull out the old dad standard. I'm going to get cigarettes.
Forever.
Going to get cigarettes.
So a lot of people complain about the cleaning diapers, changing diapers, wiping butts. Oog32 cleaning skid marks off my potty trained kids' underwear because it didn't quite take.
Yeah, that's gross.
Mom God Mad says training 2 boys requires a lot of urine all around. I'm frustrated. You and me both. Lacey Moore. This morning I was woken up at 5:30 to wipe my kid's butt from having diarrhea. Parenthood is just fucking sublime.
Yeah.
Bentini 80. Potty training is the worst. I read that celebs hire people to do it. Smart thinking. There's no way they hire people to fucking potty train.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe they have a nanny who they then say, you need to potty train. But it's not like they hire a potty training specialist. And if they do, what the fuck?
I always have my son, who's 5 now, is like, Dad, I went poop. Can you wipe me? And I'm like, you wipe first, and then I'll
you'll come and do
a
little reconnaissance.
Recon. And he'd be like, hey, it was great. It all worked. And I was like...
let me take a look.
No.
You're just fine with it.
He
I'll take your word for it, buddy.
He calls it right.
Sam D. Ken and Jenny E2 both say changing and emptying the diaper genie is the worst. And this is what I'm talking about. And
these are paid sponsors.
They're nervous. For diaper genies?
Yeah, for diaper genies.
I think diaper genie is just a catch-all. It's like tissue at this point. Or Kleenex, right? Yeah. Or Coke.
No, I'm just saying them being on the same side as you for your
please. Everybody is scared of emptying the diaper genie. It sucks and it's terrifying.
It smells like gross farts.
So we had a handful of random chores that people complained about. Stories of a mediocre mom, who's a funny meme account. Check her out. Says play dates suck. I agree. Taking your kids to and from or having to do small talk if somebody brings. We should do an episode on play dates.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't. The problem is that I don't know if most of the play dates are drop off these days.
Yes. So it sucks if you're the parent in the house. Like, they get dropped off at your house.
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. Sometimes these kids leave you alone, and they start just fucking. And then you're like, wait, it's silent downstairs, and you go down, and they're like playing beautifully, and you're like, oh my god,
you.
I want to have more play dates.
So Castile09 says clipping toenails and fingernails sucks.
Okay, now we got it.
That does suck.
There we go.
Well, we're not talking about
now
babies.
We're talking about
babies is terrifying because you're just
you're
so scared you're gonna clip the kid's skin, and everything is so tiny it's hard to do. At what point do kids start clipping their own nails?
I think it's 35.
There's a Seinfeld episode
39.
where Kramer asked Jerry how often you clip your toenails. He goes, every 2 to 8 weeks. Which is what I'm like. Every once in a while you think of it and you do it. Otherwise you wait until it's the absolute last possible moment and you do it. It's not something you do frequently. But fingernails you need to do once a week.
Yeah, you need to figure that out. Yep.
And I got to do my kid's 9 and I still got to do his. Do you do your 9-year-olds? The girl's a little different, I guess. You let them grow, maybe?
Nope. We just, I don't cut them. I cut my son's toenails, but wife takes care of the
I don't like talking about toenails. It keeps me out.
It is gross, especially when my son's toenails are really gnarly. I just got weirded out by.
Yeah, you're getting very serious about this.
I don't know. I just started thinking.
Very contemplative.
I literally just was like, I think I might have to go
wrong
to the
with my son.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like my son is a mutant.
He might be. Shit.
Carly _6 says being a constant tax Taxi is the worst. School, practice, friends' houses, appointments. It never ends.
Yeah.
Celia, Syilia, says the same thing. Driving. I hate that my kid's social life depends on me. Karen Brown, 5489, says taking kids to birthday parties and having to make small talk with other parents. I agree. I don't like small talk, and I don't like other parents. Everybody who's listening to this right now accepted from that statement. You get it?
No.
I'm saying not including them. I love all of them.
Oh, well, that's sweet.
Melmog82, freezing my ass off waiting for baseball and football practice to end. I don't have that.
Oh, my God. You got to wait at the practice. That is tough.
Magda Yang, entertaining them is the worst chore. All I want to do is sit down and read a good book. Look at you. People still read books?
Yeah, I don't know how people do that because it's just so
I read
tough.
on the subway. It's literally the only time.
Yeah, I mean, you
By
have
myself
to, you
on
have
the
to figure
subway.
that. Yeah, you have to get it.
Go
yourself.
Outside Kid says, listening to them go on and on about Shopkins or Ryan's toy review. Kill me now. Oh, and dealing with grandparents and trying to explain your parenting to them. We did a bit of an episode about that.
Yeah, we did.
The different generations of parenting and dealing with grandparents. It is fucking really cold in here right now.
It's getting much
Zombie
colder.
Mom says washing baby bottles and packing the diaper bags. So I'm mostly past this, but the baby bottles thing, people used to boil that shit.
Can I
Ugh.
thank you, Zombie Mom, for bringing up what I think. I mean, a lot of this is tough. And driving, we don't live in the suburbs, but I can imagine that would be fucking real nasty.
But we have cars.
Yeah, but
More often than not, you'll do the subway or an Uber or something.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but you don't send your kid in an Uber by himself.
No, first of all, we go to a school in their neighborhood, and then we can walk most places,
right.
and
so you don't think
we're
like
walking
drive
back
a bunch
and forth.
of streets
We're
away.
not,
Yeah, it's all very densely packed.
And exactly, and the soccer, whatever sports they're playing, whatever. But the washing
of the baby
bottles, and or how about this? Water bottles continue to
my God, your
graduate
fucking water bottle crusade.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesus
that's right.
Christ.
Because guess what? I'm taking a stand, God damn it, against
no
water bottles.
one cares about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I care a whole lot.
Yeah, and you're nobody.
I know, but I've got an email address and a big time opinion.
You keep refusing to tell us what your email address is.
Guess what?
What is your problem
Knobbly
with
nuts.
water bottles? Washing them?
Yeah, washing them.
It's called the dishwasher.
Oh, is it? There's a
Yeah.
bunch of water bottles.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, you can't wash a bunch of water bottles in the dishwasher.
Throw them out.
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Moneybags. Mr. High on the Hog.
Capon.
Mr. Eating capon and Thanksgiving.
Christmas trees in the other fucking living room.
Mr.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Double-
loaded.
Double Christmas tree. Washing
Only one
out
Christmas tree.
washing out baby bottles constantly and putting them and packing the diaper bag, I remember as being the biggest fucking nightmare.
So we still have to pack a bag like for my toddler when we go places, like just snacks and shit and like diaper and wipes just in case, or underwear. And every time I go to pack the fucking Fox backpack or whatever, all the snacks from last time are still in there.
Yeah.
Like they never end up eating them. They eat whatever. Like if you go somewhere, you end up getting them food. It's just a bunch of fucking old shit, or like Ziploc bags full of just goldfish that have been ground into dust. It's just been manhandled so many times.
Or apples that just shouldn't be alive.
No, they're not even
anymore.
apples anymore.
Yeah.
But the washing baby bottles thing, I remember like seeing that in movies and even seeing my friends do it, where like they boil them. We didn't really do that.
What do you mean?
I don't remember why. We didn't like boil our shit.
No, I'm not. I mean, yes,
To like sterilize
sterilizing
them,
when
boiling
they're
them?
babies, but then just the fucking washing them, and then they're just constantly like churning them out. Can I have milk? Okay, and then you gotta wash them again.
Yeah, no, the washing of
and
the
you're
milk
saying that, and
shit
you're just
sucks,
like, okay, can I have another? One thing that
Thank
we didn't
you, sir.
mention
Can I have another?
is the stroller.
What about it?
When your kid's in between age, when you got to bring the stroller, even though the kid's
But sometimes that's a
perfectly
lifesaver
capable.
though. But if you do, like, because you know they're gonna whine and you're not gonna carry them.
But you gotta like carry that piece of gear
Yes,
with
it can
you.
definitely be a hassle.
And if you're not super smart and you don't have a super slim,
like an umbrella stroller you can fold up. Yeah,
tiny one.
So we bring ours sometimes because we have like the pipe dream that the hammer might fall asleep. Like if we go somewhere and he's tired.
Do you have a big stroller?
We have a big one that we've had, but we don't. We have two, right? So we have the big one, and we have the umbrella one that you can fold up really easily and doesn't take up any space. We still do bring the stroller, not every time, but like because it's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to walk anymore. Carry me.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, I don't want to do that. Just get in the fucking stroller.
Yeah.
Makes it easier. I told that story last week where the kid, he flew out of the stroller.
Yeah.
And the only reason I put him in it was because we had to move really quickly.
Well, right. So, so definitely 3 to 5. But my son, luckily, is in the zone where we've stopped.
In the fun zone.
We've stopped even bringing the stroller.
Look at you.
And now,
It's a scary transition, though.
guess what? All he does is whine. And I'm like, you know what? No Bakugan
Fucking
for
man
you.
up. No what?
Bakugan.
That's
Look
a
it
show
up.
he watches?
Yeah, don't worry about
I'm
it.
not going to look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
All right, so that's basically all the worst parenting chores. We have a million more to go. Tune into every episode of the podcast to hear the rest of them.
Exactly.
We do have some listeners' reactions to our dumb insights. So the Thanksgiving pod that we did last week, before Thanksgiving, Brian Gill says, Pete describing pigs in a blanket compared to sausage rolls is the high watermark of this pod. Dying. Nice work, boys. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Brian. I don't remember what
Brian
Pete
Gill.
said, but I am confident that he was wrong about it.
Nope. I
He
said
was talking about fucking phyllo pastry rolls.
the poor substitute that is pigs in a blanket is really, it's so much grosser. Like if you had a pigs in a blanket, if you had a sausage, which it is, it's a tiny mini hot dog in gross, like calzone.
I mean a cocktail wiener.
Yeah, good. Cocktail.
That's what
that's
pigs
a
in a
good.
blanket
That's
is.
a great term because that is
Everybody likes a good cocktail wiener.
Nobody does.
Toothpick and a fucking little Dijon.
And, oh yeah, sorry, I'm sorry.
Everybody
You're right.
fucking likes
and
a
then
cocktail
and then
wiener.
like shrimp and Jello, like in the 1950s.
You're a fucking lunatic. What are you even talking about?
This is coming from the palate of this is it's just too.
You lost the fucking thread, my man. You don't even know what you're talking about. Jason Thomas says, crappy, ungrateful taking. I think it's a bad sign that I could probably recite the names of all your Patreon contributors. Well, I don't even know what this guy's talking about.
I'm not sure what that means. I feel like Jason's had a few that maybe he kind of like
Is he
got
complaining
into.
that there aren't enough people
He's a
being
bad sign.
patrons, or is he complaining that we thank our patrons?
And then he's saying
maybe he was saying we shouldn't have been giving thanks on an ungrateful taking
because
episode.
we're taking everything from them.
Love the pod though. Keep fighting the good flip flop fight, Mike. Thanks, Jason. Please clarify your comment. We're very confused.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
It's almost as interesting as your son's fucking toenails. Look at you. You're getting all serious again.
You know what? I actually have to book an appointment. So if we could wrap this up.
Melissa Lombardi says, my kids love the mashed potatoes that we have at Thanksgiving. All the butter and half makes them so delicious. My son loves homemade pear cranberry sauce and squash with bacon. Squash with bacon?
So basically,
I don't chuck with no squash, but I've
first
never
of
heard
all,
of squash with bacon.
Melissa just fully flexed. That's a huge flex right now. This is all the things that her kids are eating.
Pear cranberry.
Loves pear cranberry sauce and sgeash with
What
bacon.
else do they eat? Fucking foie gras?
Yeah. You know what? I got
snobs.
Yeah, I got those goose back in the backyard.
Geese.
Gooses.
Octopi.
Octopussies.
Roger Moore, baby. The worst Bond.
Rest in peace. He's my favorite.
Was he?
Oh my God, he's
He was
so
all
campy.
right.
I can't deal with
I love it.
Yeah.
He was. Oh, I think he got the point.
he's like before Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But Bond always did that shit.
You.
That's
I went to a bar.
Yo,
the other day.
Sub-Zero.
I
Now, Plain Zero.
I went to a bar where they were playing that movie but on silent.
Running Man?
Yeah, no, not Running Man.
Octopussy?
No, Batman.
Oh, Batman Forever.
Forever. I used to see.
Is it
you.
Batman Forever? No, it's Batman and Robin with George Clooney and,
Isn't it
and
Batman
Mr.
Forever?
Freeze. Forever was with Kilmer, which is the Riddler and Tommy Lee Jones. Batman and Robin is George Clooney
And
Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. And it's
yeah,
unbelievable how bad that movie is.
it's so good.
Alicia
how
Silverstone.
They're on their backs and they just click their feet and skates come out.
Oh
and
my
now
God!
ice skating.
My kid went
so
through a
good.
phase where he liked it.
That movie,
Yeah.
that particular, you had to watch that movie.
Oh my God! I had.
Why
to.
would you put that on?
It is so.
My kids don't
Because
even
we
know
run
that.
out of live action movies. Yeah, but my kids have seen so many movies. They've seen every Marvel movie. How many of yours? 3?
1.
That's what I'm saying. Once you get past the animated shit, it's a slippery slope, and suddenly you're like, what am I going to show them? And that's a pretty safe movie to show them. It's unbelievably...
Is it a slippery slope, though?
It's a slippery slope. The Basic
the
Instinct fucking next week.
Slope's being greased up.
Maybe. Look, I saw a lot of questionable movies when I was a kid. It didn't screw me up. I have a successful podcast. I have a fucking blue check mark, all right?
Check
all right?
All right.
But that Batman and Robin movie is... I saw the Batman Forever.
Garbage.
I didn't see that. I never saw that in the theater, but I saw Batman Forever in the theater. And even that, I was like, this is fucking atrocious. Batman and Robin just takes it to a new level.
Can you imagine George Clooney at that time being like...
He had nipples on the suit.
My career is over. There's nothing good that's going to happen to me. And then later on, he became the most attractive human being in the world. And, and $1 billion...
Neil Patrick Harris is listening to this.
Yeah. Well, you know
what?
what?
Do you not remember? Lemony Snicket himself.
You look good in those jeans.
Your ankles look good in those jeans.
No. I just... You re-qualified it. I'm just saying he looked good in them jeans.
What jeans?
I
don't think I've ever even seen him wear jeans.
That's in the opening shot. He's going down, and because
Doogie Howser?
Yeah, he's in the hospital, and he's got a white coat, and he's got jeans on.
Ding 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 ding.
Dear Diary.
Ding 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 ding. That's fucking. I didn't do it right, but that was I had the spirit of it correctly.
You didn't do it right.
Nate doesn't have any idea what we're talking about. You never saw it in a single episode.
I've never seen an episode.
You know he's a genius.
I know who he is.
His best friend Vinny Del Pino.
Vinny Del Pino.
Who's a fucking Guido who lives next door. Yeah, I said fucking Guido.
You know
I'm half
what?
Italian. I can do it.
All right, everybody.
It's a terrible show.
We did it. Thank you for
Can't believe that was on television.
That was all right. All right. Unlike this.
Next week we're doing the Christmas and shopping episode and shitty toys and stuff. So we'll catch you on the flip flop. Maybe I'll even wear my flip flops. You're welcome for the glasses.
See you next time.
I don't know why you would still be watching this isn't a Marvel movie, no matter how much I look like Paul Rudd, which you can deny it all you want. It's there in the eyes, I think. I'm young looking like him. If you enjoyed the podcast, which you obviously did or you wouldn't be listening still, sign up on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you want to listen to. Comment here on YouTube, subscribe, hit that like button. We want to hear from you. Comments, questions, dirty jokes, money, all the money you can give us. We'd love it all. Catch you next time.